Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. In this tutorial we're going to talk to you about using the IDS or Islamic Display Systems software for your masjid. The software basically comprises of 4 main tabs, one for daily prayer times, one for announcements, one for design and color, and lastly one for general settings. If you want to run the main software, which everybody in the masjid can see, all you need to do is hit the save and run button. This will run a full screen version, which is what people at the masjid will be able to see. To exit this full screen, at the bottom right corner you will have an admin access button which will require a 4-digit password. The Program Administrator section is only accessible by the administrators, the committee members, and the Imam, for example. We will now go through each one of the 4 tabs. The first tab we're going to talk about is the most frequently used tab, which is Announcement. This is the one which you will need to work with most of the time. Basically, you have 2 main types of announcements: text announcements and image announcements. You can use the text announcements for short announcements that can be seen rolling at the bottom of the screen. The second type of announcements is usually used when you need to show more details. This is where you use an image which you create with your own preferred image editing software. To create a text announcement, all you need to do is type in the text in one of these boxes. The second type is very simple to use. All you need to do is have your own image ready, load the image, and specify how long you want this image to show. If you specify 0, no announcement is going to be shown, and then you can preview with the button right here. Close preview. The following tab is the Design and Color tab for the display part of the software. This is a very straightforward section. All you need to do is select the colors from one of these buttons on the left. And that will change immediately in the preview to the right, and you will know what kind of appearance you will have for your software. The default colors are saved in the custom colors section of the color picker, so you can always reset to the default very easily. The third tab is the general settings one. This is an important tab which allows you to control what you display and what you don't. If you hover your mouse on top of each one of these, you will see in the preview to the right which section of the display you are affecting. To choose not to display any one of them, just set the timing to 0 seconds, and the software will not display that section. For example, if you don't want to show the general dua after salah, all you need to do is set it to 0, and it's not going to display. Under the preview, you can choose to activate or deactivate the Hijri date. To use the Hijri date, check the box here and set the date once. The software will automatically increase the date either after Maghrib or after midnight, depending on your choice, on your selection. By the end of each Hijri month, you should double check that the date is still accurate, because the lunar calendar follows moon sightings. On the bottom right corner, you are able to select a new passcode or PIN code to access the Program Administrator section from the User Display section. The PIN is 4 digits, and by default it's 0000. The last tab we're going to talk about is the Daily Prayer Times tab. This is where you can view and control the prayer times in your masjid. By default, you will have your own prayer times table pre-installed on the software. However, if for any reason you need to make any changes, you can make these changes within the Daily Prayer Times tab by pressing the Edit Prayer Times button. This button will launch a different section of the software, the Advanced Prayer Times Editor. This window is for previewing your existing timetable. You can select the month from the drop-down menu and preview your timetable. If you need to make any changes, select the month you need to make the changes for and press Manual Edit. This will launch a third-party software for editing databases. In this case, we're using OpenOffice. After clicking OK, you will see your month's database. These columns show the prayer times for that month. The first section on the left shows the adhan time, or the starting time as some people call it, like Fajr adhan, Shuruq time, Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, and Isha. The second half to the left shows the congregation time, or the Iqama time. These columns are called Fajr Salah, Dhuhr Salah, Asr Salah, etc. For this part, you can copy your timetables from any source you want and fill them in. If, for example, you want to specify Fajr Salah to be at a fixed time, you can just enter it manually where you want. You can also drag and drop the numbers from one box to another. Just like this. Some masjids have a variable time for all of the salahs, and some of them have a fixed iqama time for some salahs like Maghrib and Fajr. If this is how you want your iqama time to display, all you need to do is enter that number of minutes in the cell which says after, for example, after Maghrib. In this case, we have set it to 10 minutes. When you have entered your own fixed number of minutes, the system will ignore the table under that cell. It will automatically show the iqama time exactly 10 minutes after the adhan time. However, if you prefer the iqama time to be at a fixed time, for example, Fajr Salah always at 4:30, you can manually enter 4:30 in the iqama table, and you will need to specify 0 in the cell above. This is the same for every prayer time. Once you are happy with all your changes, just save the file and restart the software. Once your IDS is ready, all you need to do is hit Save and Run in the upper right corner, and the system will be functional.